What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty, and again, here goes these audio problems. I just do not understand. I'm telling you, man, I just do not understand. But finally got this thing going, and we are here for a game that got postponed from yesterday. The Steamers and the Shamrocks going at it here in Boston, and it's a bit rainy, as we got Tom Wilson taking on Reed Wagner. We saw the Boston Shamrocks so far this season get off to quite the start. I mean, 6-3 on the season. As for the Steamers, I mean, they are having one of their tougher schedules, of course, in franchise history, but a game, if they can pull it off tonight, will be within one closer of their losses. They sit at 4-6. It's a much-needed win as they face up against their division rivals. It's the team that sits atop of the NRC East right now. A loss here could be devastating. I see guys in the chat before we go ahead and get this thing started, man. Shout out to everyone that is here. Who all we got? We got JoJo. We got CP. We got Caden, Dorian, Chavis, Kayshawn Taylor, Rajier in the building. A Jeezy in the building. Got Michael Blunt, Amber, Samaj. Appreciate all you guys coming to Tyon. And of course, we got another game going on that's premiering right now with the Dreadnoughts and the Marshalls. So you guys want to make sure you tune into that, as we have two head coaches going at it between Coach Frankie J, who's been balling, and Coach Hodge, coming off of his first win of the season. The first win of the season for the Marshalls in general. But here we go. Shamrocks, Steamers officially underway here, as the Steamers will return this one out to the 31-yard line, and we will get our first look at Reed Wagner. And boy, has he been struggling. I mean, first half of the season, this guy was putting up some numbers, getting some touchdowns. You know, of course, the wins haven't been coming in bunches, but they were looking at their peak when they were able to beat both the Explorers and the Thunderbirds. But ever since then, they just really have not looked the same, piecing together wins, as they will run the football here up the gut with TJ Jones. They are also without their star running back in Amir Williams. And he's going to be out for a while before he returns. So these backup backs got to come out here and put on a show as best they can. 4-yard gain on the first play, 3-yard gain on the next, 3rd and 3. Under center. And 3 straight runs, and TJ Jones was able to answer the call for big yards getting gained for the Steamers. That's who'll move the chains. He's been able to take over pretty nicely for Amir Williams this season as well, when given the opportunity. You know, Amir has been banged up a few times already. Hey, I believe you guys do have Gibson back, CP. Pressure's coming. Here's a throw to the sidelines. That is going to be dropped. Now, that's a big ball that needed to be catched there, as J.J. Vaughn could not hold on. The Shamrocks defense able to hold. Great job. 2nd and 10. Reed Wagner feeling a little bit of pressure. Checks it down. This will be caught in a first down regardless, as he finds Larry Clark underneath on the drag. You saw the pressure starting to seep in. And a good job by Reed. Put these guys back in the Tampa Bay offense. This is a lot of teams, especially CPU teams, got switched out of it due to penalties that we could see arrive here today with some delayed game penalties. But at the end of the day, this offense looks to be in motion right now without their starting back, who they'll have gone for a while. I think it's going to be 5 more weeks before we see Amir Williams back in the fold. That's another drop pass, though, right there, as he tried to go back to Clark. This will be caught. And that is 4 yards picked up. They need 6 here on 3rd down. Shotgun bunch to the left side for Reed Wagner. Set up that screen. Gets a key block. What a block right there, as that is going to pick up a first down for Memphis. Yep, guys asking about the uniform combinations. I'm going to start bringing some more of these out. I think Michael King DM'd me and said he wanted the Shamrocks and orange. Unfortunately, guys, we can only change one team's uniform at a time in a game. There goes a nice pass. Larry Clark almost got enough for the first down. Inches short. But yeah, we can only change one uniform. There's so many alternate uniforms you guys haven't seen, guys. Like, these guys even got an all charcoal uni. It's a lot of teams that got multiple uniforms that we really haven't showcased this year. For me, mainly because I've been forgetting. There goes a nice throw over the middle of the field. Back to Clark. Clark is filling in very well. Again, remember, these guys also lost Jake Pride earlier within the year, who was cooking for the entire season. So a big loss there. Here's a run inside, and it's a touchdown for the Steamers. TJ Jones in for 6. Absolutely incredible run here. And mainly because of the blocks. He didn't even get touched until he was about a yard near the end zone. And guys, I would have to say, that Tampa Bay offense is just going to have to stay. I think I'm going to throw a bunch of teams back in that Tampa Bay, man. It got scary 1 to 2 weeks from what I was watching. I was trying to make sure teams was in the right things. And, I mean, granted, it's not going to work every week. I'm going to say this for the teams that I'm planning to do this for. But for the Steamers, it looks like Tampa Bay is something they need to stick in. As this return get out to the 27. Of course, that was also the first drive of the game. And we will get a look at the first drive from Tom Wilson, who had his worst game of the season last week, threw 4 interceptions. You can see that was more than he threw the entire season with 3. That's number 3. Has 19 touchdown passes on the year, looking for number 20 on this drive. Quick throw over the middle. That is going to be caught. Almost enough for a first down. It's Levi Martz for a gain of 9. Back in the gun, Wilson goes with a bunch look towards his right side, but he'll motion to balance things out to the left side, and looks like Martz is wide open again as he runs a nice motion China route for the first down. Strong I formation with the tight end off the line. They'll motion him over to the left. Blitz being sent here. Wilson getting pressured and down. He will go for a sack. There goes the Lizard. Diego Lizarraga Jr. able to catch him. But you knew the heat was coming. You saw them send, I believe, 2 blitzers in here, just overwhelming this offensive line. And just for a little bit of insider news, one thing CP brought up amongst the Steamer staff, he's like, hey man, we should be able to dominate against this offensive line. Able to overwhelm them there. As, oh man, you talk about overwhelming. How about Deshaun Richardson on that play, putting a lineman on his back and making the tackle for loss in the backfield? That looks like the defensive MVP of last season right there. Wow. Underneath drag. And he will pick up 8 yards as he'll have to punt it away. This Steamers defense will get the necessary stop. 4th down. Fair catch going to be called at the 15, and the opening drive for Memphis went the distance for a touchdown. Are they able to get that done again? Again, this offense has been lackluster, I'd say, for at least about 4 to 5 weeks. They haven't been as explosive since they've been back in this offense. And right now, off to a great start. Can they continue it, though? This will be a quick throw underneath. Big gain. First down to the 30, it should be the 29. As Eric Reese gets to the 29-yard line on an underneath drag. See them working up against the zone defense. That's a great block right there to extend them for some extra yards, too. I believe that was Larry Clark. Steamers now in the gun. A Quick throw on the outside. Reed Wagner. He's been accurate today. Good ball out there. Good catch. That was dropped earlier. But able to keep the drive going. 2nd and 5. Reed Wagner underneath. These drags are coming in handy as he gets absolutely blasted over the middle for who could potentially be the Defensive Rookie of the Year this season in Brock Frederick. Currently sitting at 2nd amongst the rookies for that award. And a quick dump off on the hitch route as he finds Larry Clark. I mean, he is finding him early and often. I believe that's already 5 receptions for Clark. I've yet to see Romeo Jackson. And trying to run the football this time, and there he goes. The rookie out of Ohio State, Brock Frederick, shutting him down in the backfield for a loss of 2. Now, everything offensively, for the most part, up to this part, till that play has worked out well for Memphis. See if Boston starts to build up some type of pressure, as this is a great job by Reed Wagner, and this has kind of been where he's been struggling all season, is trying to take off and scramble when he's just not that guy. Got the ball out of his hands at least that time, makes it at least still just a 3rd and long instead of a 3rd and longer. And man, just what I talked about, he's doing it right now. But are you serious? I thought he was going to kick the first down. He is going to fall 3 yards short. And the defensive tackle is going to catch him in time before he got loose. That was Morris. John Morris, veteran defensive tackle for the Shamrocks, just catching him. This punt will be inside the 20-yard line. Here's a look at passing touchdown leaders in the RFL. Chumlee at the top with 25. We got Geno Gannon with 24 and Wilson with 19. RPO dump off, and that bubble screen rips off huge chunks of yards to the 20, excuse me, to the 31-yard line. There's an injury though at the end of the play, and it's going to be the man who caught the ball there. His first catch, I believe, it was Nicholas Andrews. And so they will lose the top receiver outside of Roland Woods. And what a catch! First down, Shamrocks. That was a big-time reception to keep the chains moving here for Boston. I think that's the new receiver, too, jumping in due to the injury, as they'll try to run this outside, and he can just get back to the line of scrimmage. First time they run Saeed Gore. And that is it. The first quarter is in the books. 7-0, Memphis Steamers leading over the Boston Shamrocks. Get those 2s in the chat. A game the Steamers absolutely need. Shamrocks looking to bounce back after taking a tough loss last week. Pressure's coming up the middle. Does have enough time to dump it off to Saeed Gore, and look at that guy go all the way to the 35 in Memphis territory. And there's another injury. This time it's going to be a key loss here at the defensive tackle position for the Steamers. That's Jakari Nathan. He kind of gets overshadowed due to the dominance of Nashawn Richardson, but he is a big-time playmaker at that defensive tackle position at D-tackle 2. And look at that. Nice juke move put on Nashawn Richardson from going from a TFL to a 2-yard gain. Saeed Gore, man. I mean, he kind of look at him as a mini 2K possibly for the future. Tough runner. Play action. And he's got to throw this away. Good defense. Got a trips look on the left side. One more stop. Play action. Good block. throws, and it is almost caught. I thought Roland Woods was about to come down with that in triple coverage, but the defense able to knock it free, and it's 4th down. They'll have to settle for the 50-yarder. Defense getting the job done there for Memphis at the right time as Boston gets their first points of the game. As the rookie was currently, I believe, leading for kicker of the year, Cody is able to knock it through the uprights. I'll take this one from the 4. Oh, what a hit. Absolutely decked at the 24-yard line. Here goes Reed Wagner and the offense with their 3rd offensive possession. Again, this offense definitely been a lot more locomotive. So here's a throw. He's got a man, and he's going to tightrope it down the sideline. It's Larry Clark to the end zone. See you later, bye. Touchdown, Memphis. The very first play as Reed Wagner has thrown his first touchdown in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And that's number 17 for Reed Wagner. Extra point is up. It's good. 14-3. It could have been a coverage bust there too for Boston. Just didn't have nobody really around. The safety got out there, but a little late. And a big shot, man. He just ran into a brick wall. Offense at the 29-yard line. They'll go play action. Wilson throws into triple coverage, and Roland Woods does it this time. I'm telling you guys, man, I mean, he's been kind of overshadowed because of so much receiver talent in the league, but not really. Everyone knows the ability of Roland Woods, but due to them having the success that they're having this year, you're really starting to see Roland Woods make the plays that a lot of receivers in this league just can't, man. That was an incredible catch. He's working out the slot here on this next play, and he's got another reception for a first down after getting blasted by Rodney Goins, the rookie from Baylor. When he's hot, man, you got to find a way to cool him down because Tom Wilson and he are in sync right now, and that's when things get scary for opposing defenses. Here's a throw. Oh, it's going to be intercepted. Huge defensive play, all that for naught, and it's the rookie, Rodney Goins, with a huge interception. And that ball got away from Tom Wilson right there, and why? Because of the pass rush. You saw the heat starting to come from the middle left side. He throws, the ball sails, and Rodney just taking advantage of the opportunity, picking it off. And there goes 40 cal, man. Let's get hashtag 40 cal in the chat. We already see Caden with 40 cal right now in the chat. Big time play for Rodney. 4-man rush, a quick throw into the flats. That's a 1-yard gain. And already at the start of this second quarter, Reed Wagner over 150 yards. Keeps this pace up. He's definitely going to have 200 by the end of this first half as they'll toss this one out. And look at how the blocks got set up there. Missed opportunity. The lineman just ran by and got absolutely nobody. That probably could have sprung for a touchdown. Didn't get to see who that lineman was that missed that key block on the guy who made the tackle, but nonetheless, 7-yard gain. They're going to run it. What a cutback. First down, T.J. Jones. This guy's amazing. He's only like a 76 overall, but he just seems to always make plays regardless as long as you give him the opportunity with some good blocks. And even then, blocks weren't perfect. And here he goes again, just finding the lane. T.J. Jones ripping it off for another first to the 46-yard line in Boston territory. He's just so twitchy. The minute that he sees anything, he just cuts it. No hesitation, Just gets right where he needs to go. Look at that. Even though he gets just back to the line of scrimmage, you saw John Morse muscling, looks like the center there on that play, pushing him backwards, was able to put on a little shimmy just to get by him so he didn't get tackled in the backfield. And they're going to give it to him again. Look at him breaking a tackle. How did he get out of that and still managed to get 7 yards out of that run to make this a 3rd and manageable 3 yards? Pistol formation. He's looking a bit fatigued now, though. They will pass, and Reed Wagner will fire. Got a man, and it's the first reception for Romeo Jackson as he'll get to the 21. First down, Memphis. Wow, that's a great play right there. Best receiver running a great route against a second-year cornerback out of Alabama, Maurice Rising, who's been great this year. In the top 10 nominations for NRC Defensive Back of the Year. Play action. Wagner throws. End zone. Oh, he had it in his hands. That is the second big drop by J.J. Vaughn. You really don't see him drop things too often, but tonight is just not there for him. That was an amazing ball sent there by Reed Wagner, but this one's even better. Touchdown, Memphis. Reed Wagner connects with Romeo Jackson for touchdown pass number 18 of the season. And all I got to say is, man, wish I never took these guys out of Tampa Bay to begin with. These guys are balling right now. Extra point to go up by 18. And it's good. 21-3. Steamers, 9 plays, 75 yards. That touchdown was just a simple streak route, I believe, just man-to-man, cooked this guy. Reed Wagner said, oh, I know where I'm going. He'll be taken down at the 30 as Tom Wilson in the offense trots back out onto the field here. A loss will put the Steamers really within 2 games, even though it would be 1, it's technically 2. You really want to look at loss comparisons amongst teams, because at the end of the day, every team plays the same amount of games at the end of the season. It's about how many losses you got in comparison to the other team within your division. It may seem like you got less wins or you're closer with wins, but it's all about what's the difference in that category. And a loss here will put the Shamrocks at 4 to the Steamers 6. Big time catch right there. Again, also, this game is not over. It's still early, guys. Still early. Got just under 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. And we know how explosive Tom Wilson in this offense can be. We've already seen a few explosive big plays with Roland Woods, and that's a nice play right there to James Ivanovsky, the former Miami Hurricane, at the tight end position, working up against Memphis's linebacker there. Under 5 minutes, they'll send a 4-man rush. And Wilson, fastest quarterback in the league, showing you why right there. Absolutely darts up the middle of the field to the 16-yard line. And that is a Boston first down. No replay on that? Man, that was explosive. Fires, got the completion. And that is Saeed Gore catching out of the backfield for a gain of 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Motion to the right. They'll look to pass. They've got to get some pressure. There he is, setting up the run, and a great job by Nashawn Richardson catching him before he got loose again. He almost set that up nicely. 4-man rush. Wide open man in the end zone. Touchdown. Late tackle there too by William Jackson. But that is going to cut this deficit. And the Shamrocks needed a touchdown bad there. And that is Henry Johnson. His first catch of the game was a big catch. He went up and caught it while getting hit somehow and still came down with it. The second catch is a touchdown. So make it an 11-point game with the extra point from Cody. And Rylan Cody, the rookie, knocks through the extra point. 21-10, 7 plays, 70 yards. Taken from the 4-yard line. And Larry Clark, who's just been doing everything today, ends his return. And Reed Wagner, after a tremendous start so far, look at these statistics. Over 3,000 passing yards now, 18 touchdowns. If they can look like this offensively for the rest of the season, look out for the Memphis Steamers. Heavy blitz, able to connect with his tight end immediately, and he will fall a yard short of the first down. 9-yard gain. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll see how that changes things up offensively here with the tempo. Reed Wagner will just rush forward, and he came back way too far for that reception. Great pursuit by Brock Frederick. Stayed on Reese, and he's got him in the backfield for almost a 3-yard loss. Clark in motion. Quick throw, and that does not work. Trying to do it twice. Last time, I don't know if it was a bad ball. This time, just thinking that it was going to be there immediately. And a great job back-to-back by Brock Frederick. And this is why I said a game is never over until it's over. No fair catch called, and a great job. Just kind of spinning out of that, gaining an extra yard. Saeed Gore. Look at him through the air today. He's got 39 receiving yards to match the jersey number. But what if Boston can drive down the field here and score a touchdown? Even if they don't, a field goal can make it a one-possession game. As this is broken up, incomplete by Taylor Mays, who is tied right now with the most interceptions in the RFL with 4 as a linebacker. Here goes the screen. And a great job by this defense. You get to see the jersey number. I'm pretty sure that was Chris Polk. The addition from the Cougars. Able to make that tackle. Quick throw over the middle. And it's Henry Johnson on that same spot route he was able to score on earlier. Picking up the first down. And there's a timeout. The boy Rodney's actually doing pretty good. Deshaun, DJ, got an interception in this game. Pressure's coming. Oh, he's going down for a sack. That is Jared Smith getting his first. And this D-line for Memphis has been tremendous, man. The players they got on this team, young and ready to go, man. You got, of course, Jared Smith, the Lizard, and Diego Lizarraga Jr., Nashawn Richardson, the best defensive tackle in the game, paired up along with the guy. Didn't get to see if he returned yet. Jakari Nathan is back in the lineup. So that's probably like one of the best defensive fronts in the league right now. If we're talking just in general with longevity. That quick pass is completed, but 11 yards needed here on 3rd and 11 after the previous play before that was a sack. And this is caught for a first down. Great ball to Levi Marks by Tom Wilson. Wilson's just that do-it-all guy, man. Really bad game for him. And, that was a really bad decision. And the double coverage could have been intercepted, taken the other way. Luckily, just swatted down. But again, he can just do it all. Very accurate, very dangerous when it comes to scrambling, as we already seen. Another sideline reception. Caught by James Ivanovsky. Almost puts on a move to get by the rookie. Grundy Goins, but a good tackle to stop him from getting more yardage. And the Shamrocks are moving. No timeouts left. They got to hurry up and throw this football. Wilson getting outside the pocket, throws, got him in. He gets out of bounds at the 4. It's Henry Johnson. What a play. Just extending the play right there and dropping off a dime. And a smart job there by Henry Johnson. Again, getting limited playing time, or a lot more playing time after an injury, and making the most of his opportunities. Here's a throw out the back of the end zone. Will they try one more play, or will they take the 3 points here? They're going to take the 3 points. Don't want to risk anything. And that was a fantastic drive by Boston to make this a one-possession game again. As Cody knocks it through the uprights. And the score is now 21-13. I believe Boston gets the football back, so that is key. He's going to be taken in the end zone. What will Memphis do? They're not coming out here in a kneeling formation. Not looking to take a shot either. Probably just going to run the ball one time. There it goes. T.J. Jones having some phenomenal runs tonight. As that is it for the first half of play. 21-13 the score here. I'll just go ahead and put this up. I don't have anything. Of course, I wasn't planning on having this game where it is right now. This game was supposed to be yesterday and being streamed, but again, just to fill in guys who don't know what all has happened so far up to this point. Roby was sick yesterday, so he couldn't call a game. Had a little situation going on where I couldn't call a game, so both of our games just had to be canceled for yesterday. So I chose to put this game today, and with putting this game today at 8 p.m. Eastern due to the Dreadnoughts having the only 8 p.m. game, just decided to go ahead and stream this game at the same time. Added some commentary too, because these games were supposed to have commentary. So the other game was supposed to be the Hogs and the Diablos going at it, and that was supposed to be at 9 p.m. Eastern yesterday, but that will be on Friday. No definitive time yet. I'll figure that out on Friday, so I'll be calling 2 games on Friday and be on the lookout for that. But we're about to be in the second half to start things out, as Boston was able to make this a one-possession game before the end of the first half, and they get the chance to possibly tie this game up, or at least be within 1 point if they don't opt to go for 2 with the Steamers on this drive. Just realized I had that music still playing, my bad. Great division rivalry game, though, right now, as Wilson fires over the middle. That's not going to be caught. Blasted as Levi Marks on the slant. Second down. Play action off the counter run, and he had a guy open across the middle and missed it. Third down. Honestly, I do not see John Gibson, so I do not think he's even back this week. He's probably back next week. 4-man rush. Jared Smith starting to bring some pressure. And there he goes. Oh, they just stop him. Tom Wilson almost getting loose. And Tercel, along with Nishawn Richardson, defensive tackles there, chasing him from behind. Look at this guy. He's a defensive tackle. Coming up and making that play. Big time stop to start things out. This punt straight down the middle of the field will be returnable. And oh my goodness, he got absolutely blasted. Good thing he held on to the football. Reed Wagner, who's got 2 touchdown passes in that first half, is coming out looking for a third on this drive. And this is the Reed Wagner we're accustomed to seeing. Guy who just airs it out, makes nothing but big plays down the field, and reads a defense. Not sure what's been going on with him. like I said, the last 4 to 5 weeks. It looks like he's back and locked in. There will be a motion over to the left side. And they'll run it with T.J. Jones, who has been phenomenal on the ground in place of Amir Williams. And this is what's going to make the Steamers so scary, is just the run game, the offense in general. So many weapons. Play action. Wagner throws, and that is incomplete. I think it was out of range for him to catch anyway. He could not get a hand on the football. So 3rd and 6. Big down. Audible being called here by Wagner. I think he sees a better play he can go to. Let's see if it pays off. Throws while on the move. It's an absolute dime to J.J. Vaughn, who finally is able to haul one in for the big play. Oh my goodness, what a play by Reed Wagner. Look at this. That was an absolute dime. Reed Wagner back into MVP mode right now here tonight. Changing things at the line. Quick throw. He's got his best receiver. How about the explosion after the catch by Romeo Jackson? He is one of the 299 overall wide receivers in the league, along with Piku McCullough of the Diablos. And Reed Wagner cannot get the ball off in time. He is sacked by Keegan Meyer Jr. And what a season he's having for the Shamrocks. Knew he was going to be a monster. One thing about the Shamrocks too, I mean, this is an up-and-coming team, hence the record being better than I think it's ever been at the start of a season at 6-3. A lot of young talent. And a big hit. There was another young, talented player as the rookie Brock Frederick blows Larry Clark up. They're kind of backed up here. They're going to want some more yards. Screen is set up, and he is going to lose 2 yards on the play. Great job by Xavier Richwalski. Blocks, does not get out there for 5-5, as we like to call him. The rookie out of Georgia, McLaughlin. And he lifted him up. Field goal attempt. It's going to be a long one. 53 yards out in these conditions. Does he have the accuracy? He nails it. What a kick. He'll make it a 2-possession game once again as A.J. Moore makes it 24-13. That's a clutch kick right there. From the 5-yard line. He's still on his feet. It's just north of the 30. And out comes Tom Wilson. Pressure's being sent on a blitz, and what a ball. How is Roland Woods still on his feet? He almost was able to bounce off of all those defenders and keep it going. If it wasn't for that last defender, he would have done it. Huge reception, man. How do you stop this guy from making plays? He's just got one of the most unique playing styles at the receiver position in the RFL. You typically don't see what he does. But there goes a huge play in the backfield for a sack as Taylor Mays has got him. 9-yard loss, 2nd and 9. And that is definitely going to put a damper on this offense for the Shamrocks. As you see, kind of fell a little bit for the play action run, but he did not fully commit. Slowed him up, was a little bit off of his track, but able to quickly recover and stay on Tom Wilson for the sack. 2nd and 19. The throw towards the sidelines. Levi Martz got the reception. 5 yards back for Boston, but they need 3 times as much for a first down. It's 3rd and 14. And out of field goal range, too. Look like they're going to try to set up a receiver screen and back in after getting an RPO screen that got him injured is Nicholas Andrews. And that's going to be a TFL. The Steelers defense gets the hold. They'll bomb this one off towards the left sidelines. Goes out of bounds at the 17. And Reed Wagner, what a performance. 20 of 25. 238 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. And his team's up by 11. Looking to go up by more. And a run with Jones for 7 yards. TJ Jones tearing it up on the ground. Again, this offensive line doing wonders with their blocking. It's just something the last couple weeks they have not looked too good. So a lot of games where they were getting overwhelmed. There's a throw on the outside. J.J. Vaughn with a nice catch and quick shift up the field. And that change of direction coming through in handy for that first down as he'll get to 32. And here goes Jones. 8 yards. He's got 85 yards off of just 13 carries. Absolutely eating on every opportunity. But it's big gaping lanes for him to run through. Again, off of the run blocking here by Memphis. They're doing a phenomenal job up front. Getting some pressure. Great read by Wagner. And it's a first down. Again, this is the Reed Wagner that won MVP last season. We're seeing him at his peak form. Saw the pressure, didn't overreact, take the sack like we've seen in a couple of weeks. Dumps it off, moves the chains. Play action. Steps in and somehow able to squeeze that one in. It is a crazy adjustment by Larry Clark, who lost the football for a second while it was in the air, but caught it inbounds for the first down. He didn't know where to go to catch it, turned his head around the opposite direction, and somehow it just ended up in his hands, and they moved the chains. Wagner right now just dotting up and squeezes that in for another catch. Wow, Larry Clark. I don't know how many yards he's got right now. I haven't seen anything pop up to know exactly. He is tearing it up. Here's a throw while on the move. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Eric Reese. He had coverage all over him. Sad we cannot get a replay on that, but that was an amazing catch and still got up the field for extra yards as TJ Jones gets the carry for just 2. Very impressed with the offensive showing here tonight for Memphis. This is how they needed to come out. Quick throw to Clark. Will stop him 3 yards short of the first down. Rookie Frederick, 8 tackles already here in this one. I believe that's just solo. And a throw, great ball, almost gets touchdown pass number 3, but he will have 300 plus passing yards after that completion. Reed Wagner is dialed in, man. Great ball. Michael King just stopping him. Getting there for a touchdown. There is no running back here. They're trying to get him touchdown pass number 3. Looking to throw one in. It's dropped. I think it was a little too low. If I'm Memphis, I'm probably just going to run this in, though, with TJ Jones. They'll come out here in the pistol. Got their fullback in, and there it is. Touchdown, Memphis. 30 plus. Coming up with the extra point waiting. Look at that line. Nobody gets a hand on TJ Jones whatsoever. Every defensive player is accounted for and pushed completely out the way. The extra point's good. 31-13. Steamers, 12 plays, 82 yards. This offense is looking virtually unstoppable here tonight. And Boston, pretty much with just a quarter left here. Last play, down by 18 points. So they need 3 scores. Wilson misses an open rolling Woods, and that is going to end the third quarter. This is it. Fourth and final quarter on the way here, guys. Put your 4s up in the chat. The Steamers looking for the much-needed victory here to stay relevant in the NRC East over the leading NRC East Boston Shamrocks. And it's the Steamers who have the most division games left to play. So as long as they can beat up on their rivals for the rest of the season, they got a good shot to make the playoffs, as this is going to be a good shot down the middle of the field to Roland Woods for a first down. It's tough to decide how you want to, cover this guy, man. You either got to double cover him, and if you got him one-on-one, this is usually what happens. He's beating your defensive back all day. And he's such a physical receiver, too, to the point where you could be all over him in coverage, and he still makes the play. As we saw him make a catch earlier, almost made 2 catches in triple coverage. And here goes a design quarterback draw play for Wilson. Picks up 3. Steamers in points allowed, 20th amongst the RFL. Has only given up 13 so far today. Set up that screen. Pressure's coming. Great block. Breaks off the tackle. And there goes Caden Blair, able to catch him right before he moves the chains. And, man, he had Roland Woods right there on the slant, but just did not throw a catchable ball. You can see the frustration of Woods right there, and they're like, hey, man, let's run it back. 4th down, they're going for it. Just over 12 minutes to go. Heavy blitz sit here, and it is going to pay off with a sack. The 4th one for Memphis tonight, as Dunn gets home. Shaq Dunn just running in free, and Wilson, he just had his eyes peeled down the field. He never even seen it coming. I don't even think he could have even had a chance to react, to be honest. I mean, which way are you going when somebody's blitzing freely straight at you like that? There's no opportunities for the receiver to even break open. Here's a look at TJ Jones. Boy, what a game he's been having so far here in this one. I think he's about to hit that 100-yard mark. 2 touchdown rushes. He done showed the same 2 touchdowns twice. Oh, that's crazy. How about the other big runs? Highlight tape with just 2 plays getting replayed. Anyway, 1st and 10, 12 minutes exact left to go. Down by 18. Another score should just about seal it for Boston. You can never say it's over till it's over in the RFL. We've seen some amazing comebacks, and the Shamrocks in particular, we've seen have an amazing comeback. And something a few years ago, man, I'm trying to remember who they played. I believe it was the Lancers at the time, or the Condors, where they had those 2 pick-6s that they were able to get, and Wilson led them in an overtime win. Matter of fact, it might have been against the Steamers. I'll have to check that back out. But 3rd and 5. Quick throw over the middle, and there goes old reliable Romeo Jackson. He's been quiet for the most part, not frequently getting catches, but he is frequently making the big play when needed for Memphis. Every time he's been targeted, he's been able to come down with the football. And, ooh, big hit. Nico Martinez bringing the boom down on TJ Jones. 3-yard gain, set up a 2nd and 7. They'll come out here in the pistol. Back to Jones. And Brock Frederick is there to shut him down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd and 7. They'll need Reed Wagner to finish it out here. This is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Trying to go to J.J. Vaughn underneath on the drag. They'll say defensive tackle John Morris was able to swat it away. Field goal attempt to put them up by 21 points is good. 48-yarder nailed by A.J. Moore. 34-13 Steamers. Absolutely handling business here in Boston. Here's a look at how things have been going for Tom Wilson. I mean, it's been some great blitzes. Been able to sack him 4 times so far. They've done a pretty good job. Once he had that one big scramble, they've been able to contain him when he's decided to try to get out of there. There goes a throw. Great ball. Saeed Gore to the midfield mark for a huge gain. And this game, it's not like Tom Wilson is having a bad game. It's just the defense has been able to get the stops and the pressures at the right time. And the offense of Memphis is just back to where they typically are as this is dropped. Set up the screen. He's got a lead blocker. Good job there. They were able to stop him. 5 yards short of the first down. Half the distance picked up for Boston. Underneath. It's wide open. He misses him. Had 2 options. Could have took the drag. He made the better decision for the bigger play down the middle of the field. And he just couldn't get it there. That's a big miss right there for Tom Wilson. I know he wants that one back, but can he convert? He'll throw towards the sidelines, and Roland Woods is unable to adjust to the ball for the first down. It looked like the ball was kind of short and behind him, but was it catchable? I think it was. He just didn't know how to get around to it. Had to make some kind of Larry Clark adjustments we saw with a crazy catch earlier, but here's Reed Wagner, who's been locked in all game, man. This is a game he just needed just to fix himself so far this season. I mean, he just has not been able to piece it all together. 3 touchdown passes. Oh, big hit. This game, as it gets closer towards going to an end, if you are watching the other premier game, the Marshals are looking like they're going to get win number 2 back-to-back of the season against the Dreadnoughts. A huge upset that would be, as the Dreadnoughts were recently ranked the #1 team in the RFL coming into this week. They're trailing right now by 8 points, 17-9. Wagner, wow, nice little dump off. Great job by TJ Jones. And his catch rating is still terrible, but man, when he can catch the football, and he's been catching a lot more consistently this year, he is extremely dangerous with the football in his hands. Just always knows how to get the utmost yards out of every play. And there he goes again. Ripped off a huge run, breaks the tackle, still going. Gets inside the 10, 121 rushing yards for TJ Jones. Wow. Just able to get Brock Frederick, then boom! Bounced right off the hit stick attempt by Nico Martinez, who was a heavy hitter, but not enough to topple number 39. TJ running hard. Memphis might put up 40 points here. Play action. I'm not sure what Reed Wagner was doing there, though. Sack. Brought down by T.L. O'Neal. That's another thing that man just needs to fix. Why is the quarterback's back turned towards the players he needs to throw to? Wagner will fire to the end zone. It's a dime for what? Whoa! No challenge? Clearly 2 feet in bounds, and they're saying it's somehow incomplete. Did he drop it? That was awkward. I've never seen that. Underneath drag. It's going to be caught. 4th and goal. There's no way that wasn't a touchdown. Either way, Steamer's going to get some points at the end of this drive. A.J. Moore knocks it through the uprights. It is a 24-point ball game, 37-13. They'll take this one from about the 6. And Boston just wants to end this game with at least another touchdown. Want to get something going. It's been rough. Memphis playing their best ball. They've been the most points they put up so far this season with 37. And Wilson cannot get out of there. Sacked for the 5th time. That's a 2nd for Jared Smith. Just got upgraded too before coming in this game, and looks like those upgrades have paid off. Woods catching the ball there. They need 10 yards here on 3rd down. That must have been an elongated step then. As Wilson, there he is, hitting it. You almost can't even have a spy against this man. He's just a blur when he's able to get out of there. That's going to take us a 2-minute warning. Wilson, and outside the pocket, throws it away. Minute and 55 seconds to try to get one more score on the board. As that is broken up incomplete due to great defense. William Jackson breaks the play up. Four-man rush. Felt that pressure from Jared Smith again. And it is 4th down. And at this point, if you're Shamrocks, I mean, just punt it away. This game's definitely over. They're going for it on 4th down, though, with only one receiver out wide and Roland Woods at the top of the screen. You see motion James Ivanovsky over there with him. Heavy blitz. And he is sacked. Defense not playing around. Sack number 6 and a turnover on downs. Jared Smith involved in that one again. And that was almost all of Jared Smith's sack right there. I think they're going to split it with Taylor Mays, who says, hey, I need to add some more stats myself. 157 total offensive yards for T.J. Jones, though. Way to step in and make plays. So he's going to add to that total. Well, won't. Just get back to the line of scrimmage. He could be taking knees at this point. Instead, he's running plays. Better hope that T.J. Jones doesn't break one free. There he goes. 6-yard rush. What should be the final play of the game. There we go. End of the game, and the Memphis Steamers with the much needed victory over the Shamrocks. Now the East is still up for grabs for Memphis and also the Monarchs, as they have a game against the Armadillos later this week. Final score 37-13. Steamers going to improve to 5-6 on the season. As for the Shamrocks, they will fall to 6-4 man, this season just continues to get more dramatic for divisions, for teams, just as a whole league. This has been the season you do not want to miss and pay attention to. But that's going to be it for me. It's the boy Smitty, RFL commissioner and play-by-play commentator. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the stats. And see you guys tomorrow for the Premier games. Again, that Hogs and Diablos game, I will not be throwing in the Premier. I might think about it, though, but going to have that set for Friday. We'll see how things go. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.